Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sudden Impact, where I, John, bring you the news about TNA wrestling. So, in today's news, Casey Navarro signs with TNA. Sami Callihan gives an update on his TNA status. The Hall of Fame inductees are announced. Steph De Lander gives an injury update. Cody Rhodes shares his thoughts on Joe Hendry. More matches added to the Bound for Glory, and a preview for this week's episode of Impact. So, starting off with Sports Illustrated announcing a couple of days ago that TNA officially has signed Casey Navarro to a multi-year contract. So Sports Illustrated talked about Navarro's journey to TNA, citing his previous work with AEW as well and TNA, as well as multiple independent promotions. So Navarro started appearing on TNA programming regularly earlier this year, aligning himself with AJ Francis and First Class, stepping in for Rich Swann. This is fantastic news for TNA and an exciting name to have signed to a long-term deal. Now, continuing with the good news of signings, Sami Callihan recently announced that he has worked out an agreement with TNA going forward. So Callihan led the resurgence of TNA early in the Anthem era, being featured as a major part of the storylines, winning championships, and just all the while creating controversy that only he could. Callihan would unfortunately leave TNA last year after contract talks broke down, and would return to the independent scene, where he was working for his own company, and would also go back to working with Major League Wrestling. However, he would make his return to TNA earlier this year at the Rebellion pay-per-view. So I love hearing that Sami was able to make an agreement with TNA and return to TNA, because he was just one of the standouts of the early Anthem era, and I'm just so glad that he is staying around for a while now. Are you liking this video? Want to see more? Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It's free and helps me produce more videos like this. Go ahead and do it, so I can continue to bring you this news from TNA Wrestling. Yesterday, TNA announced that the Hall of Fame inductees for the 2024 being Rhino and the late Bob Ryder. So the Hall of Fame ceremony will air live during the Bound for Glory pre-show, with Eric Young inducting longtime friend Bob Ryder. Now, this is long overdue for both Ryder and Rhino, because both have been with the company since the early days of its existence, of TNA's existence, and just the being recognized and going into the TNA Hall of Fame is a fantastic way for TNA to actually acknowledge their achievements in the company, and just show that they actually view their achievements highly. Steph De Lander took to social media last week to share an update of her C5 and C6 spinal surgery, cheekily saying on X, "I slipped the surgeon some extra cash under the table and told him to give me a BBL. Not really, but I do has a fresh neck and a bowl of mashed potatoes." So this is wonderful news to hear that her surgery was successful, and I hope that she returns to TNA after her neck is fully healed and rehabilitated, as she needs to finish off the Matt Cardona and PCO storyline. Now, Cody Rhodes recently appeared as a guest on Superstar Crossover with Josh Martinez for an interview and was asked during, "Do you believe in Joe Hendry?" This playing off the catchphrase of the viral TNA wrestling sensation, Joe Hendry, of course. So with Cody replying with, "Yeah, he's great. He's a really good kid. Really good. I like him." So this acknowledgement from the main guy at the moment in WWE seems to suggest that Cody has a healthy respect for Hendry's work and is keen to see what the future holds for him, as are we all. Now, several more matches have been added to the Bound for Glory card. The Call Your Shot Gauntlet making its return in the pre-show of the Bound for Glory event. It is again a 20-person intergender match, with the winner receiving the trophy, of course, and a championship contract for any championship of their choosing. That can be used anytime within a year. Another match that was announced was the Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Spitfire, of team of Danny Luna and Jody Threat, defending their championships against Rosemary and Wendy Chu. Chu also having been revealed to have extended her stay with TNA until the end of the year. Now, spoilers for those who haven't watched last week's Impact, as it was also announced that X Division champion Mike Bailey would be defending his championship against Mexican sensation El Hijo del Vikingo. This match graphic appeared on the Tron after Bailey successfully defended his championship against Leon Slater. Also on last week's Impact, Steve Macklin challenged Josh Alexander to a match at Bound for Glory to get a measure of revenge for Alexander and the rest of the Northern Armory, Travis Williams and Judas Icarus, taking Eric Young out of action. So this card is going to be awesome. So if you haven't ordered Bound for Glory already, do so. You can, if you're in the US, you can order it through pay-per-view or satellite providers, or through the TNA Plus app, Triller TV, and DAZN internationally. So this Bound for Glory airs this Saturday, 26th of October in the US, so be sure to watch for an unforgettable night. And finally, this Thursday's Impact will be the go-home show for the Bound for Glory pay-per-view. On the show, the Hardys and ABC face The System, Ash by Elegance's VIP makeover launch party. Jody Threat takes on Wendy Chu. Jonathan Gresham challenges Josh Alexander in a technical dream match, and the first ever dual contract signing for both the World and Knockout Championship matches. So that's all for this episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'm John, and this is Sudden Impact.